What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today in this video, guys, I want to talk to you about why, in my opinion, it pays to learn how to play DeFi Kingdoms. I'm going to go in and explain to you guys how DeFi Kingdoms works, how the minting works, how to use the heroes, NFTs, and so on. It will be a explainer video so you guys can understand this. I'll drop all the links in the description below so you guys can make ham. Go nuts and ham. Making hay on DeFi Kingdoms. I want to give a shout out to Vega. Vega is in the DeFi Kingdoms chat. He is straight fire. He had the time and patience to chat with me, talk to me about this, and basically give me the TLDR on these heroes. Make sure you guys hit him up on Discord. Give him a tip. He needs a tip. That guy needs some milk. I'm just kidding. No, give him a tip, guys. He's fire. That guy is the bomb, period. I want to show you guys this snapshot. He gave me this data as well. This was the amount of heroes that were listed, 434. The amount of heroes sold is 1,634. This is just today. Think about this. There is 4 times the demand than there is the supply. Once you guys understand how these heroes work, you will understand why there is massive demand for them. Again, as this game is growing, more and more people want heroes, but yet, wait, the supply is limited. Oh, and I'm sorry. This was the past 12 hours. So this is a half day. Sorry about that. The volume, almost $3 million. We'll just call it 2.6. The sale price, 544 bucks. Highest sale price, 65 G's. What the snap? And the lowest is, well, 1 jewel. I don't know what the snap that dude was. Oh, you know what? He was probably selling like a hero that has already been fully minted. Like he's just washed. He's ran out of, go-go juice. But the point is, let's go ahead and talk about DeFi Kingdoms and how you guys can game the system. Okay, guys, I want to start this video off with this. Axie Infinity. Why are people able to make so much money with Axies? I mean, if they're able to do it, he's able to do it. Why can't everyone do it? It's because there is a barrier to entry. Some of this stuff is hard to understand. They create gamification to make it hard. However, if people spend time to learn how to do it, they can make a lot of money. Now, there are ways like investors and hedge funds, they can be like, dude, I'm in, I'll just invest, I'll buy your coin. However, you can only make so much with that. Because if you're doing it, they're doing it, everyone's doing it. Remember, there's consensus right, non-consensus right. You can make a lot of money being non-consensus right. I'm not saying this is a non-consensus right play. However, I'm just trying to explain to you guys the ideas and thoughts of how this allows a market to be able to be opened up. Because if you have different features and a higher barrier to entry for people to understand and learn this, they have a greater chance of being able to be early adopters and early users. And once people realize how much money and how much the gains are people are making with these, they learn how to do it. Use Axie Infinity as an example. Some of those Axies are selling for nuts and ham. Those mythic Axies, several $100,000. I think some of them in the millions. That's just mind-blowing. So when you guys understand that, if you buying the Axie token, sure, you turn a token, if you bought it at 25 cents, I don't know, what is that, 1,000, 2,000x gains. But if you minted a Axie, which probably cost, I don't know, $100, turn $100 into almost millions of dollars, you can't calculate those returns. So just understand that. I want to phrase that so you guys can understand how this works. Of course, there's a chance that none of this does anything because the NFTs depend on the game being successful. They depend on Bitcoin and Ethereum not dumping on you. It depends on adoption. There's so many different things involved. If you guys don't believe me, just look at the charts of all these different gaming coins that usually get wrecked. And major investors, they don't just shell their money at something. They actually pay to have a guild. And these guilds play the games. Why? Because they don't want to spend the time to learn how to do it. So they pay someone else and they take a percentage of what they earn. Why the pants are they paying people to do it? It's because they can make money doing it. Anyways, guys, just wanted to phrase that, let you guys understand it. Again, I'll break it down. You have 3 tiers. 1 tier, I buy a coin, just hope it goes up. This is awesome. 2nd tier, we all buy coins. We all look at ones. It makes sense. We deposit in Aave. It earns $1 every hour or whatever. The point is like you understand it's a simple concept. However, it's a little more complex than just buying a coin. You have to figure out how Aave works. Now, third, with DeFi Kingdoms, you have to figure out how the heroes work. You have to figure out how valuable the NFTs are. You have to figure out which stamina or which hit points or which skills, talents, which rarity. There's so many different things involved. And once you understand that, you can make a lot with it. Look, we'll explain it in the real world. You have gold and silver or stocks, whatever. Everyone knows that that's cool and all. Second, you have things that are collectible, but not super collectible. So this would be like rare coins, which are like, hey, this date is a ultra rare date. So if you have this date, awesome. Or like Pokemon cards. If you have a Pokemon card that's super shiny, it's pretty valuable. But then you have the third level of quote unquote Pokemon cards or art, which is like there's only 10 of these. The art is like signed by this person. There's a specific one, specific date, specific time. It's more specific. But yet, if you go down the tiers, this costs a little bit of money. This costs, it kind of hurts. And this is that hollow Charizard. You know, like the best Pokemon card ever because there's like none. That's like, what the snap? Whoa, boom. Let me get on that guy's level. CryptoPunk type of thing. Yeah, actually, probably more than a CryptoPunk in my opinion. Dude, hollow Charizard? Hands down, I want that. That is fire sauce. So a couple things you guys need to know is the value of these heroes. As you guys saw, someone literally paid 65 grand for an NFT. Why are they buying an NFT for 65 grand? You know, because they like it, it's cool art, it's cool colors. No, it's because they can make money with it. I'll explain it to you guys now so you guys can understand the value of the heroes. I kept seeing these numbers and I was like, why are people paying for this? Like, there's got to be a reason. This is the reason. Let me show you guys the DFK Tavern. This is a stat for the actual DeFi Kingdoms trend. So you can see here is the price of XJEWEL. The red is going to be your hero floor in XJEWEL, and then you also have the tiers price. So this is the price in XJEWEL. So as you can see here for the heroes, they've been averaging about 50 to about 52 XJEWEL. And this is including the junky heroes. So I'm going to zoom out on the chart so you guys can see the price of XJEWEL and the hero floor. As you can see, this hero floor is steadily trending up. That means more people are getting into the game, even with the junky, I guess you can say, heroes. Because look, the floor rarity distribution, common and uncommon. Those are the ones that are mostly there. There's barely any rare. And a lot of people are selling I guess you can say the floor price. A lot of people are selling the gardening. It's because, well, most people are gardening right now because it's one of the professions. And you can see here's the different floor classes. And of course, you can see the summoner, paladin, and the dragons. Those are not being sold much at all. Like, what the snap? Same thing with the ninjas. But you see like the pirate, the archers, and all these guys. I'm going to move my face. All these guys being sold pretty well. And you can also see the floor generation distribution. Most of the generation 2, generation 3, generation 4, 5, 6, and 8s. Wait, where's generation 1? That is what I'm getting at, guys. I'm going to explain this to you now. So in order to mint I'll zoom up. So in order to mint a hero, you have different generations. So the generation 0 heroes, let me go ahead and show you guys what they look like in the marketplace. The generation 0 heroes, those are going to be able to mint infinite. So like they can literally have as many babies as they want, and it doesn't matter virgin or not. But keep in mind, if they are a virgin, they are going to be able to mint for less. But we're going to show you guys a couple numbers on here. Level 1 is just the level that it's at, but the generation 0 is something important to keep in mind. As you can see, this is a virgin. This has 0 summons. So that means you can literally mint with this Gen 0 for 6 XJEWEL. Now, this price does increase. I'm going to show you guys the all-in-one so you guys can understand this. I'm going to go back and forth so you guys can see it. And I got to shrink my face because it's in the way. It's too fat. So here's the summoning cost of XJEWEL per hero. So you have generation 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you get the point. And generation 0 starts at 6. Then it goes to 8, 10, 12, and there is no max. So the generation zeros are so valuable because you can mint as many of these heroes as you want. However, there is a cooldown period. It first starts at 4 hours and then it keeps stepping up. And you also only have to pay 10 tiers for the basic classic. So the cooldown period for the generation 0 is only every 4 hours. And this does step up. I think it goes like 8 hours, 16 hours, or it's either 4 hours, 6 hours, and so on. But you will see it every time you summon. And the tops is 72 hours. Now, let that number sink in. Tops, 72 hours, 3 days. So that means out of all the Gen 0 heroes, there's about 2,100 or 2,080 or something like that. There can only be, after all of those guys literally go to the max of 72 hours, there can only be an inflow of Generation 1 heroes at a rate of, well, every single 3 days for all of those heroes. And remember, they have to pair it with 2. So a Gen 0 and a Gen 0 to make a Generation 1. If you do a Gen 0 and a Gen 1, that's going to make you a Gen 2. So you probably don't want to do that. Same thing with a Gen 1 and a Gen 1, that will make a Gen 2. And keep in mind, when you are doing that, you have to understand that the Generation Zeros have a max. The Generation Zeros do not have a maximum amount of summons. They can keep going at it. Whereas the Generations 1s have a max of 10. And you can see how it tapers off to where you finally get Generation 10, they can only summon 1 hero. And then after that, it's like, what the snap, you can't summon anymore. So once you hit the maximum for Generation 1 through 10, like for them in order to summon their own heroes, they won't be able to summon anymore. Also notice these numbers. If you want to pay less jewel when you're minting these, the Generation 0 is the way to go because you can get a lower price. And if you go to look at the floors on these heroes, some of the Generation 1s that have already used all of their summonings, the minimum on them is like 60 or 70 jewels. This is after they summon 10 times. Now, think about that. They summoned 10 times. So that means they've already made their quote-unquote babies. So like they already made their haymakers, they already sold their 10, and they're still selling at 60 jewels. It's because what they can do is they can use them in the professions. Now, in my opinion, as well as Vega, like from his explanation, these Generation 1s will be very valuable. The Generation 0s, of course, those are like extremely valuable, but how many people can fork up that much money? So the next best thing, in my opinion, is going to be the Generation 1s, as well as Vega. Vega, with his information, it was brilliant. Kudos to that guy. I will leave all the links in this below. Remember this one thing. Generation 0 has infinite minting. However, when you get to 1, 2, 3, 4, you are going to have a certain number of summons. The more summons you have, the more valuable it is. Because remember guys, these make the babies and you can sell the babies. And keep in mind the Generation 0, there is going to be a limit on the amount because you can only do one every 72 hours once it mints like 13 of them. And then you're going to be paying 30 jewel a pop. So something to keep in mind again. Now the Generation 1s have a top. So this actually artificially limits the supply of heroes in there. So as more people are wanting to come in and buy heroes and they want to summon on their own, they're going to have to get like Gen 10, Gen 9, Gen 8, but they don't want that junk because they're going to have to pay 90 jewel for this. So they're wanting to get these Generation 1 and Generation 0 heroes. Now, if people can't fork up that money, that's fine. You can rent the heroes. So when you go to pair the heroes inside the tavern, when you go to pair the heroes inside the portal, you can mint them or pair them with any of the heroes that you have, but you have to have one of the heroes. So you can hire one hero, but you have to have the other with you. And it's in your best interest if you have a Gen 0 to mint it with a Gen 0. Now the Generation 1 with a Generation 1 is recommended so you can get a Generation 2. If you do a Generation 1 with a Generation 2, well, you're going to get a Generation 3. So really not worth it. You guys understand how that works. It goes to the one with the highest number and then it does one after it. As you can see, you can hire these guys. This is just hiring for a price of 0.1 joule. This is basically a level 1 generation 4. So the generation 4 is not anything, I mean, it's not bad, but it's just like, dude, you only get 0.1 joule for it. It's $1. Like, what the snap? I mean, the fees aren't the cost for it, but the generation 4 is going to make a generation 5. However, let me show you this. If you're ever wanting to rent something, let's lower the generations to, let's do a generation 2. And let's show you guys how this comes out. So if we apply the generation 2s, you guys will see that the prices significantly jump up. When I say significantly, this is a 10x, but this is a Gen 2. So now let me show you what the Gen 1s come out to. So you guys can see like, what the snap, this is crazy. People are paying up for it because they're able to mint other heroes and they can use these heroes with the different quests. And with the quests, you can earn different items and you can use those items to buy more jewel, mint more people, etc. Or you can sell the jewel for money and get your money out of the game. It's up to you. It's a whole gamification. Look, this is the generation 1. They're minting at 7 jewel per. Look, this is a number 4 summon. This is just for renting it. So this is after 4. So if you take 7 times 10, that's 70 jewel after 10 summons. So basically you get 70 jewel, working jewel for using this. And at the same time, you can use this on a quest. Look, this guy's literally on a quest. He's out there making money for the guy. I mean, just think about it. I mean, there's so many different things you can do with these heroes. And now let me explain some numbers to you. You got priest, wizard, and you're like, what the snap was that? And I'm like, yeah, dude, what the snap is that? I did the same junk. This is where it gets super intense. These Dread Knights, oh dude, they sell for nuts and ham on jewel. I can't remember, it's either 5,000 or 50,000 jewel. But either way, like $50,000 or $500,000 for minting these jokers. I mean, it's like, what the snap? And it's tough to make them. So you gotta understand, it's not just like easy to do. But you can see, you can pair like a pirate with a monk and you get the ninja. Now what you do is you take this ninja and you find a summoner that you rent and you mint a sage with it. And now you get the sage and, well, I mean, you can honestly just buy a sage and then pair it with a dragoon. However, keep in mind, guys, they even thought of that as well. They limited the summons on these guys. So these are going to be your generation 1s. They're limited to 3 on the elite. So you got 3 chances. After you lose that, now your guy, you can sell them if you want. But the problem is when you go to sell them, people don't value it as much because they can't take on that risk in order to get a Dread Knight. These are the guys you need to use in order to mint, well, gangbusters. These guys are the haymaker, and there's very few of them out there. I think there's like 1 for sale right now. But the point is in order to gamify or make the most out of your hero, you need to pair them with these certain pairs. So your pirate and your monk, you want to get the ninja out of it. That ninja is your advanced class, and you can use that for the summoner, sage, etc. Now keep in mind, there's basic, advanced, and elite. Remember those classes, because with those classes, those also have a tier cost. So there's 40 tiers for advanced and 70 for elite. So now they literally gamify everything. These guys have thought of everything. It's crazy. This is why I'm so bullish on the game. So now you can use this to gamify, and the goal is to get the Dread Knight. The Dread Knight, you can only breed it once. So maybe a Dread Knight and a Dread Knight makes another Dread Knight. I don't know. I haven't looked into it that far. But still, it's straight fire sauce. Now, there's a couple things you guys need to look into the, I guess you can call it card or the NFT itself. There are different tiers and features of each and every NFT or hero that you have. You got the Paladin, which is going to be the best at mining, which will unlock more jewel. You got gardening, which the Sage is the best at doing. And with the Sage, he is going to be able to basically make hay for you in the garden and find different fruits and vegetables you can sell for money. Like, literally, this is gamification to a T. Like, this is like, whoa, so cool, man. Then you have foraging. The Sage and Summoner are going to be the best at that. And then you have the Ninja, who's going to be the best at fishing. Remember, the Ninja, right? You want to get the Ninja. So the Ninja has a pirate and the monk. The Ninja sells for a ton of cash. Why is that? because people can fish now and go nuts and ham with the ninja. They can make bank inside the fishing space or in the quest and constantly earn these fish and sell the fish for whatever they want. Now you guys get the point and you guys can understand it. Now, of course, there are other things to keep in mind, like the wizard is the worst miner and the archer is the worst gardener. I mean, dude, that guy should be the best at gardening. I mean, he's wearing leather boots, leather gloves, he's light, he can get in that garden, get it done. And the wizard, of course, he's terrible at mining. He's not big and strong. He's like, whapa, weak sauce. Then you got the paladin and the dark knight. Those guys are strong. They can do the mining. But then again, are they good at fishing? Nah, because they don't touch the water, man. They have these armors on, and they don't jump in the pool, because when they jump in the pool, they drown. Well, when I say pool, I mean ocean. Anyways, guys, they literally thought of it. It's so cool. Like, it literally makes sense. Anyways, one other thing I want to show you guys is you have different categories like warrior, knight, thief, archer, priest, wizard, monk. You guys can read all of those, and they have different skills they are the best at. So this basically takes the basic and elite classes by average profession stats. So this, if I get a warrior, I want to have a warrior with the mining class because, well, it's going to be better. He's going to be better at it. If we go and look at the stats, I'm going to show you guys one of the cards. You guys can literally flip this card and see what you're getting into before you rent it. You can see this is the endurance. It has a boosted endurance and it has a boosted wisdom. So wisdom, endurance, is that good? I don't know. Let's find out. So we can see this is a priest. This is a wizard. Okay, great. Priest, wizard. So priest with a ability for wisdom, like its specification. So if we go to the priest, what do we have to pair it with? So the priest, we need to pair that with a wizard. So let's go and check out the priest. We want wisdom. So the priest with wisdom, well, hey, that boosts it. That helps it. Priest, wisdom, this is good. So he's going to be a good gardener. And you can also use it for other things as well. And I want to show you guys another feature of the card. You can see this guy is really good at mining. So is the priest good at mining? So let's make sure. So we got a priest and a wizard, but wizards are bad at mining. So we know that. Remember, wizards are really bad at mining. And so are the priests. So this guy's junk. He's not going to get us some good ore. I mean, I'm not calling him junk, especially for the guy who's holding this guy. I'm sorry, the guy just sucks at mining. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. He just sucks at mining. But hey, he's got other features. Good job, McDowell. He's got endurance and wisdom. So maybe we can use them on agility tasks or quests and so on. Or maybe because he has high endurance, he can do more quests because he has 9 endurance instead of 7. So he can do more quests more often to earn more goodies. They even have one that is a luck. So with luck, that means you actually get a chance of finding more of the items that are more rare by chance. Then you have agility, strength, dexterity, vitality, and so on. You can research and learn more about each of the tasks and skills. But basically, TLDR is there are different categories that different classes are better at. And this is one thing you need to keep in mind. If I get a knight or a warrior, I want to get one that is mining because that means he's going to be better at it. So if he goes mining, he can mine more ore and get more items for me and make me more money. Again, TLDR around all this gamification is how can I get more of the items to make more money? That's the point, just so you guys can understand it. This is why people prize the ninja so much for fishing, because it's the best at fishing. With the blue, people love the ninja. The thief is pretty good too, but people like the ninja because he can go, hey. Now, you can't get a dark knight out of a pirate and a monk. A pirate and a monk is going to make you a ninja or a monk or a pirate, most likely, so you guys can understand that. There is a chance where you just stay basic and you mint that. However, if these two get together and they are able to make a ninja, good for you. Now, we're going to scroll down to this. So you have commons, uncommons, rares, legendaries, and mythics. If you have a rare card, you have a greater chance of minting. Well, you have a 49 chance of getting a common. You have a 30 chance of getting an uncommon, 15 chance of a rare. Orange is 4.2 chance out of 100. and then Mythic is a 1.8. So it's extremely hard. Especially with the commons, you're basically very rare. It's going to be a very rare chance to get a Mythic. However, if you have a Mythic, you will have a greater chance of either getting an uncommon to a Mythic. Yes, there's a chance you get the doo-doo squirt, but hey, it is what it is. So you guys can understand the rarity. The Mythic, Legendary, Rare, those sell for way more than an uncommon and a common would. So now we are going to go back to DFK. Say, for example, you use all of your summons and you cannot summon anymore. So you see summons, 4 out of 10. Say this is 0 out of 10. That means you cannot summon with your guy anymore. So that means you're wrecked. No, I'm just kidding. That just means all you can do is quest. However, what are the values of these different items? Well, what happens is you literally go start and send your guy out on a quest. You can select all the heroes that you have and you send them on the quest. Remember, this takes stamina to do it, and you have a cooldown period after you finish the quest. If you go to the map, there are different places you can also earn tiers. This is a secret place. You click the fountain and it'll take you there. You can also go to the fountain on the meditation circle by going to the fountain up there. That will get you some of the tiers. Now, if you guys are impatient and you're like, I gotta summon, I gotta buy all these guys, I'm gonna shell out $1 million so I can buy them all and just rent them up. Well, you can do that if you want, and you can use that to get more guys. You can sell your items that you earn to buy any of these valuable items. I assume that this egg pet is going to be worth something really, really valuable because it's not easy to get 50,000 gold. Well, let me show you guys the value of these items. Say, for example, let's go ahead and look for some oh, here's a fish. I just saw one. So let's scroll to the, Fox, DFK, Shivas, whatever these are. I want to look for something else. Where is, my fish are probably up here. Yeah, so here, look. A DFK bloater. If I want to buy something with it, I can swap it for, let's just keep it even. We'll do jewel. So I just found all these bloaters, and 11 bloaters are worth how much jewel? It'll take time to load. But anyways, I just did the DFK iron scale. Screen took forever to load. But you can see I can sell 5 of my fish that are literally found by questing, and I can sell it for jewel. So now I can take this jewel and use it for whatever I wanted to. Or I can use it to sell it for gold, and I can use the gold with the vendor, and I can use this to buy other items. Here are my other items, so I can, be like, bro, I want to sell all my guys. I'm going to approve it. I'm going to sell my gold. Be like, what the snap, boom, pap. Let's get rid of this junk. I'm going to sell my silverfin. Silverfin's pretty good, actually. What is the silverfin? I don't know. I guess it's something good because I only have 2 of them. Actually, no, this guy's pretty cool. I got a sailfish. All right, anyways, guys, the point is these items, you can actually sell them, use them for gold, and then you can use that to buy jewel, or you can buy harmony. You can buy whatever you want with them and actually use them. And then you also have the druid up there. This will allow you to create your own pool. You can create it with the fish, whatever, and you can earn a portion of those swap fees. Now, they literally thought of everything. I mean, seriously. Like, let me go back to summoning the heroes. Remember, keep in mind you have to keep the tokenomics in mind. Remember, it costs jewel to mint them. Like, if you look over here, you can see it costs jewel. So where does the jewel go? Like, I mean, what the snap? Is it burned? Well, 1% is burned. 10% is sent back to the bank to reward xJEWEL holders. So if you hold xJEWEL, aka deposit jewel into the bank, and people are summoning this like nuts and ham, those APRs are going to be nuts and ham. 30% is sent to a quest rewards fund. So that's given out to the quest rewards. So it's like, okay, if you're getting this, it goes back to get the fish and pay for the costs and so on. So you guys can understand it's not infinitely supplied. 25% is sent to the development fund. So this is for future game development and bounties. 17% is sent to the marketing fund to pay for advertising, airdrops, etc. So if you guys are wondering where those airdrops are coming from, this is how more people are getting into the game. They're burning and sending out those tokens, and those are going towards marketing. And next is 17% is sent to the founders fund. So this is to reward the team. I mean, dude, you can't have a team keep going and developing if you aren't going to pay them something. I mean, these guys are doing a great job, and 17%, in my opinion, is a humble number, and especially for what these guys are doing. Kudos to you guys. You guys are doing awesome. I mean, just think about it. Where did the profits for like RuneScape or the profits for, what is that other game? Not Sandbox, Minecraft. Where do those profits go? 100% go to the people who created the game. In this scenario, a percent goes back to you, the xJEWEL holders, if you're staking. Anyways, guys, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Just wanted to talk to you guys about a couple of things, how you guys can actually make money with these heroes. And the biggest thing is, guys, these heroes, TLDR, don't sleep on the generation ones. If you guys don't have a generation 0, you can try to rent one, and then if you have the chance to buy one, or if you find a friend that will send it to you, maybe for a transaction through trust, it's a gray line, but if you trust someone, maybe they can send one to your wallet, let you use it, and you rent the other. I'm not recommending or telling anyone to do that. I'm just saying, guys, we're all friends, brotherly love, let's be nice. Let's not steal each other's junk. And one other thing I want to show you guys. This little button right here, this will say it's like common, uncommon, rare, mythic. You guys get the point. You guys can see all that there. And I know some people are like, wait, I got a shiny card. Well, shiny doesn't really mean too much. It's just like aesthetic look. It's if you got a shiny card, good for you. If you don't got a shiny card, well, it's not the end of the world. And what I really like about the hero section is you can actually filter. So, like if you, say for example, you want to build the ninja. Remember, how do we get the ninja? We need the pirate and the monk. Okay, I have a pirate, so I need to get a monk. So what do? So what I need to do is figure out what I need to rent. I have the pirate, so I need the monk. So I'm going to specifically say, I need the monk. I know the monk is, well, let's say it's really, really good at, well, let's see what it's really good. Actually, it's good at a little bit of everything, so there's not a specific for it. So mainly, I would say it's best by far is mining, but really it's not anything crazy at mining. So I would look for something that is mining, if that's what I want. However, I want the ninja. So I want one that has a boost in fishing. That way I have a greater chance of getting fishing possibly. So I would add these stats, apply, and boom, done. Now, if I'm like, bro, I hate questing, I hate doing this junk, well, then you want to look for a higher stamina. You can be like, I'm not summoning, I just want to buy a hero. I want to look for one with 70 stamina so I can just bust out these quests. Well, you can do that as well. You can literally just say apply and it'll automatically do that. You can level up your guys. When they get different levels, they are able to do different tasks and they're able to have a higher stamina. So something to keep in mind, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Let's go ahead and leave you guys with a wisdom one-liner. Proverbs chapter 14 verses 34. Righteousness exalts a nation, but a sin condemns any people. Be righteous, guys. This was last video's first, but it's super important, guys. If you're going to allow sin to corrupt you, you'll be corrupt. If you be righteous, you be righteous. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And if you guys want to jump in the Discord for exclusive content, links in the description below. See you in the next one. You guys can also catch me on tweeters. It's at rent a home fast, like literally at rent a home fast.